customers of one of the most popular retailers in the country. The Secret Service is investigating a major data breach at Target. Approximately 40 million customers' credit and debit cards may have been compromised.
The number of victims of a holiday season data breach at Target has gotten even larger. The company now says the personal information, including credit and debit card numbers and PINs, of 70 million customers was stolen, much more than the 40 million originally reported back in December. The breach happened between November 27th and December 15th, as the holiday shopping season was heating up. An ongoing investigation of the breach shows more personal information, including phone numbers and emails, were stolen. Customers won't be liable for the cost of any fraudulent charges as a result of the breach. Target is also offering a year of free credit monitoring and identity theft protection to customers that shopped at stores. Individuals will have 3 months to enroll in the program. Target said it will provide more details on that next week. Bob McCall, Associated Press.
In today's day and age, technology plays a huge role in the economy. And, as a result, data breaches are a known risk for today's consumers. Target's 2013 data breach potentially affected 70 million customers over a 17-day period, and was one of the largest cyber attacks the company had ever encountered before. In addition to the breach costing Target close to $250 million before lawsuits, profits for the final quarter of 2013 dropped a staggering 46% compared to those in 2012. The hackers in this case fared much better than Target, raking in a whopping $53.7 million at the expense of Target shoppers' credit card information. The question then becomes, what legal action do businesses such as Target face when their company becomes the victim of a data breach? As a consequence of the breach, Target now faces multiple class action lawsuits. But before we can go on, what exactly is a class action lawsuit?
What is a class action lawsuit? In law, a class action is a form of lawsuit in which a large group of persons collectively bring a claim or court and/or in which a class of defendants is being sued. They may also be called class suits or representative actions. A class action lawsuit begins when an attorney files a lawsuit against the defendant on behalf of a defined class of persons. The lawsuit is brought by one or more individual class representatives for the benefit of the entire class. This form of collective lawsuit originated in the United States and still is predominantly a U.S. occurrence. However, in recent years, several European countries with civil law as opposed to Anglo-American common law systems have made changes that now allow consumer organizations to bring claims on behalf of large groups of consumers. That's a class action lawsuit, and that's your 1-minute law brief.
Now that we've discussed a little bit about what class action lawsuits are, we can go into detail about what suits exactly Target is facing. The first class action lawsuit Target faced following its recognition of the data breach occurred in January 2014 on behalf of individual consumers whose information was compromised. This suit resulted in $10 million in damages being awarded to the plaintiffs, where each individual member of the suit could receive up to $10,000. Additionally, the courts ruled this past September that Target could also be subject to a second class action lawsuit on behalf of the banks who were affected by the breach. In addition to the 2 class action lawsuits, Target has also reached a settlement with Visa, and a second settlement is currently pending with MasterCard. Sources close to the Visa settlement say the payout is approximately $67 million to cover the pre-tax payments to Visa and financial institutions that issued the cards. So, as you can see, Target's inability to protect themselves and their customers against this cyber attack cost them upwards of $70 million in litigation fees alone, a total which continues to rise as this case unfolds. This cost associated with the aftermath of a data breach such as this far outweighs the cost of implementing strong cybersecurity measures to protect a company's information. Target's error should serve as a strong example to other retailers that information security should be treated as a high priority within their business.